Can you speak to a little bit about someone who's considering a midwife, why they might choose a CNM over a CPM or vice versa?
I mean, realistically, I think there's a lot of differences, but there's also not. At the end of the day, we're both midwives. And I think there's this weird culture where we're like, oh, home birth midwives only can do these things and CNMs will act like an OB in the hospital. But at the end of the day, like midwifery care is midwifery care. And I think either party could do it. The biggest difference is just education, but that doesn't like say for lack of experience. So I have a master's degree that focuses in nursing and particularly in midwifery. And then CPMs, they can have bachelor's degrees. They don't necessarily need to, but they get a lot of hands-on training. So I think that's the biggest difference, just that I have a master's degree in this. And to some people that sounds really nice on paper, but I always remind people, like, I've worked with CPMs who I think are amazing and honestly more skilled than me. And then on the flip side of that, I've worked with CNMs who I probably would never let in my birth space, you know? So I think it can go either way. Same even goes for OBs. I've had OBs who I feel like practice like midwives and are just wonderful providers. And then on the other side, not so much. We have to have malpractice insurance. And CPMs don't necessarily need to. Yeah, which is a bummer because if malpractice insurance wasn't so expensive for midwives, I would love to offer things like home births. So I think that's the biggest difference between a CNM and a CPM is just the education level. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean for a lack of experience. And at the end of the day, it really, who do you trust is what really matters.